Sure did. What's the 441 Martians? Happy Friday. Yeah, we here with an episode of Read Your Own Damn Chart. I'm your Astro Tour Guide, 33rd Eye. We ride high in the sky. You feel me? A little turbulence will come. But we're going to hold it down, hold it steady, man. How y'all doing this Friday, man? Yeah. Y'all blessed, y'all beautiful, y'all divine. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to feel, your best. But you're still blessed and you're beautiful. You got to speak these things into your space of existence. Because we don't always feel up to par. We don't always feel enough. But on a Friday, love yourself. Give yourself some type of edification just to know that I'm enough. I'm complete. I don't need nobody to accept me. You feel me? Eat the thumbs if you feel me. Eat the thumbs up if you feel me. We got a birth chart up here, talking about Astro, man. You know that's what we're doing. Astro is the key to your success, key to your soul, key to your spirit. That's 3 S's. You feel me? It's 3 S's. We got Lil Wayne in the house. We're gonna see what my man got going on in this chart. I think I'm gonna just do musicians and people that do music because I like the way that their charts show like a spiritual connection. And it's very important that we understand that music is very spiritual. We gotta understand how connected to spirit you have to be to say all of those words that rhyme on beat and, not to forget any of them. It's a magical process. So me being who I am, I always admire musicians and rappers and singers and people that can use their voice to melodically express themselves, because that's a level of God. That's a level of God. That musical essence comes from the 12th house, and that 12th house is that Piscean energy, that Pisces, watery, Mercury energy, but it's so like graceful. You ever seen a fish swim? Like even if they darting fast, and they still like got a grace to the way that they move, and they just able to flow with the water. That's where that 12th house energy, that's where that music comes from, in that 12th house energy. You got that space of importance with connected to spirit. You're connected to that spirit. So let's just jump right in and see what Lil Wayne got going on. Because we talking about the 12th house. We talked about T-Pain yesterday. And we're just going to do people's birth charts so that you can get the feel and the gist of how these charts flow so that you can read your own chart. You don't got to tap in with me. Just read your own damn chart. So let's read Lil Wayne's chart today. 12th house energy. We're talking about, the connection to spirit. So what does he have in his 12th house? Let's look. I see Mars and I see Neptune. So, oh, my bad. That's Uranus. See Mars and Uranus. So that's super lit, and that just off the bat sets the tone for who we're talking about. Lil Wayne, one of the greatest rappers that you will ever put your eyes on. I feel like, I want to be honest, I feel like Lil Wayne you will never touch the energy that Lil Wayne has put out on a musical standpoint. He probably has the most songs in musical history. That's just the ones that we've heard. So just imagine the songs he's created. And then, say out of 100%, the man is still getting a B+. He got an 88%. Like, 88% of his songs are still fire. Like, that just leaves 12% just, they good. But he's a fire musician. So I'm not riding no coattails. I'm just saying Lil Wayne is the man. And we did T-Pain yesterday, and it's kind of interesting. I don't know, like I said, the exact times. They just put 12 p.m. for this guy's birthday, so Sagittarius could possibly not be his rising. But we're just going to go with Sagittarius for now, just so that you can understand how charts move, charts go. We'll focus more on these planetary placements today so that we can kind of get a more keen understanding. Because the planetary placements don't move. It don't matter what time he was born. Well, in the day. If he was born in that day, a lot of those planets are stuck where they at. Maybe the moon moved a little bit. Maybe it's in another house. But, we're going to work with it, make it do what it do. 12th house, he's got Mars and Uranus. Mars is all about doing things, that Martian energy, So, doing music, very easily placed in the 12th house with Mars. Then you have Uranus in the 12th house as well. So, he can be a very unique individual. He can be a strange lover, but he loves all. He loves people with quality. And he has a sense of inner knowing when it comes to spirit, because that's what Uranus is talking about. Uranus is like the knowing spirit. Like, I know, like that Aquarius energy, but the lightning bolt will strike down on the ground. And we talked about the lightning, the metaphysics of lightning and thunder. Just scroll up to my timeline. You'll see my lightning jersey. I'm doing all the talking and stuff. But check in that one so you can see what lightning and thunder is about. But lightning and thunder, like I said, is that intel. And he has it in the house of love and music. So he's instantly knowing how to musically compose things. He probably writes most of his music not writing. He probably just goes to the booth and he probably just, goes right in. He goes right in, you feel me? So you have to understand your placements, you have to understand your theme. And for Lil Wayne, he's fulfilling his walk. He's doing the things he's supposed to do, because you can see that he's using that Uranus in the 12th house like for big transformation, Okay, so this time today we're going to look at the planetary talks too, the conversations. So squares, conjunctions, oppositions, trines, and sextiles. Those are the basics, and we'll stay with the basics now. They got quintiles and they got quincunxes, and those things are extra right now. Let's just focus on the basics and keep it going. So let's see where his Mars is connected to. His Mars is conjunct, like we see in his 12th house. Mars is conjunct. So like I said, he has that inner knowing of whatever is in that 12th house. The 12th house is music, beauty, spiritual connection. So that Mars and that Uranus just activates his inner spirit for him to be able to make music the way he does. What else is activated? You got Moon and Mars in a sextile. So that would mean that his Moon and Mars are forcing each other to do something. So the things that he does is usually from his emotional basis or the root of what he really feels. So he only does the things that he feels. You see, he does what the skateboarding, and then when you talk to him, you find out that he's really into skateboarding. It's not really a fad. He done broke his leg or tore his arms up and had a cast on for 2 months because he's learning how to skateboard. But the things that he does are activated by the things that he loves or the things that he enjoys at a core. So he has Moon in the second house, and it looks like his Moon is in Aquarius, which is a very unique individual, and that's more of that Uranian energy, far out energy, like you can't control me energy. Like, so the things that he loves and does, he does in a space where you cannot control them, and sometimes you cannot understand them until it is expressed, and then you're looking back, you be like, man, Lil Wayne, one of the greatest. Just for example. 12th house energy, though. You see how that works? And then he has a lot of energy over there in that spiritual space. Kind of what I was talking about, T-Pain. He has all these planets after Virgo, and after Virgo is that last physical house, and all the rest of his planetary placements, besides his North Node, besides his Chiron and his Vertex, are over in that spiritual housing. So this is important too. Where are your planets placed? Are they in physical places? Are they still premature? Are they still learning a lot of lessons? Or are some of your planets over in the side of the wheel where the spirit is at? Because that's important. You want to check the spirit out. How much energy is going on in the spirit? Sometimes you have a full even chart, a little bit here, a little bit there. Some people are heavy on the spirit. Some people are heavy on the basis. But Lil Wayne, you can instantly tell he's an old soul. He's a very knowing individual when the spirit is attached to him. You got to know that these musicians, especially the great ones, they're spiritually inclined deeper than you could ever see from the surface. So what else does he have? He got a stellium in the 11th house and the 10th house. So the 10th house is Capricorn. The 11th house is Aquarius. He's big on Saturnian energy. The Saturnian energy and the Uranian. But the stelliums that he has involved in the 11th house is Jupiter. And these are glyphs that I'm reading. I'm looking at the glyphs and I'm able to identify which glyph is what. So that means you would have to pull up like the glyphs. Maybe I should do that next time. But I'll pull up some glyphs next time. This time you just got to stay with me. Jupiter is in that 11th house. Pluto and Saturn is all in that 11th house. 11th house energy is Aquarian energy. 11th house energy is that humanitarian energy, is that appreciation for others. And that doesn't always mean that you are of the others. Because humanitarians are sometimes the ones that are better. Not better, but they are doing better than others. And then once they have been able to do better, they look back and they help others. So that's the water bearer. So Lil Wayne is, he's a people person. He's a Libra. But for the most part, he's a very special person. And he looks back to help captivate others or to help save others. So that Pluto is working hard in that 11th house, just transforming people's minds and ideas. And if you notice, Lil Wayne has set so many trends. If you see what he's doing, you'll look out into the world and you'll see millions of minions, or even on TV, other minions doing the same thing that he has started and set the trends to, because he has that Pluto in that 11th house. It's very important to know where your Pluto is. We talked about that yesterday, because you'll have transformative healing properties available in there. And I can't remember, but I think T-Pain may have had 11th house Pluto. I can't remember. In the 10th house, though, he has his sun sign. He has his Venus and his Mercury in that 10th house at the top. And it's split with Virgo and Libra in that 10th house. So those are all personal planets. And right off the bat, he has a Capricornian energy. Like I said, that Saturnian energy is heavy on him. And he's very, straightforward. He's very able to get the job done. Like Capricorn is hardworking, get the job done energy. I think I remember reading the Stephen, what's the superhead girl name? Her book, and she was explaining when she met and dated Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne would get up in the mornings and sit on the end of the bed while she would be laying in the bed. He wouldn't say a word. He wouldn't do nothing. He would just sit there. And then he'd finally, make his move, get up. He might not say nothing to her, leave for the day, and he might come back. And I think she spoke on when they broke up. He texted and said, "It's over," and just left it at that. So Capricorns are really direct, really rude, but they know what's best, and a lot of times they skip some of the emotional connection just so that they can get back to the work, get back to whatever it is that they got to do. So he has that 10th house lit up with Virgo and Libra, both very active in speaking. Virgo is the profession, and Libra relates and talks to others. So he has Venus over there in the Virgo house. So Venus is the lover. Venus is beauty. Venus is music. So he has Virgo in Venus. He's a profession, and profession just means he can talk and speak the things that he has deemed correct or deemed important in his life. So he professes his important ideas and thoughts in his music, and we all listen as we enjoy and love it so much. Now, don't forget that this is on the midhaven, which is a part of your career and your walk in life. He has Venus on his midhaven, and Virgo is up in there too. So all of that just ties into his qualities and abilities to be such a great musician on the microphone. So you see 10th house, 11th house energy, that's that Saturnian. That's 1 in Capricorn is 10, and the 11th house is Aquarius. So those stelliums are right up in there. Let's see what else he got going on. You got the wounded healer in Taurus, and that can show to be a selfish person. A person that is very aware of the physical. They really enjoy the physical, and sometimes it can hurt them. Like addictions. Like you can see Lil Wayne has a syrup addiction. I don't know if you did or not, but syrup is pretty much liquid heroin, and he explains that he has it for different medical issues. But he has battled with having syrup addictions, and that's Chiron in the Taurus space, you know. Let's see what else we got on this chart. His North Node, like I said, it's important to check your North Node, check your kids' North Node, check people's North Node that you are walking, doing business with. That will even be important. Check your business's North Node. See where your business is like pointed to. Where is the business headed to? Where should it be making its way to? You know, there's a flavor that the Astros build, and the flavor is for you to taste, understand, and begin with that walk. So this is just a little breakdown, man. We're checking out planetary placements. We're looking at which houses are activated with planets, and we haven't even spoke about the spaces that don't even have planets. There's still stories to be told in those houses. Just because they're empty is not a way to see what you should be doing by way of the stars in that space of living. So in his 3rd house, he's an Aquarius energy and Piscean energy. It's on the cusp. 3rd house is networking, speaking, talking, having the short conversations or the friendly notions, and he has an Aquarius energy and Pisces there. So that's pretty much he's a distant type of friendly lover. Like, so if he has a date, that's the type of energy. He's gonna treat you like a friend, and he's kind of awkward, like with the way that he treats you as lovers. And Aquarius has a huge heart, so you may find that he buys a lot of gifts, or you may find that he does a lot of humanitarian things on the strength of what he has been able to do in his life. He's giving it back, giving it back. That's that Aquarius energy, and he knows how to network that Aquarius energy, because that's even double networking. And then that love and that Pisces energy, it's in that 3rd house as well. So he loves his friends, his family, probably more than he loves his lady. Excuse me. But yeah, man, he's got Sagittarius on the rise, Gemini on the opposite. Gemini, like I said, we're still speaking about networking and communication. So people that he meets, people that he gets along with, hangs around with, will influence him to speak more like I guess Birdman is very influential. He signed him to a record deal, and he had that. You know, all that type of success based on that. So you look to your descendant as well to see how people or things in the opposite will prove you successful, you know. Let's look at another important space. Neptune sextiling Pluto. So his Neptune is his spiritual space, his musical space, his abilities to connect to the unseen. Neptune sextiles Pluto. So the sextile is that ability for him to connect to spirit, connect to music, connect to this and that. It pushes his Pluto to make changes, transformations for the better. And if you go to his Pluto, it's in the 11th house. So some of the changes for the better are in humanitarianism. So he made music that was better than anybody else. So I don't know if it was good for the kids to listen to, but I love it. We loved it. You know what I'm saying? Comment your favorite Lil Wayne verse down in the bottom, y'all. Comment your favorite Lil Wayne verse in the bottom. But that's episode of Read Your Own Damn Chart, family. It's been a blessed Friday. Love y'all. Y'all be safe out there in the world. Y'all check your chart. Y'all check the daily chart. Put it together and create a mold or a plan or a arrow to aim your target, you know, based off of what your astro is telling you. Peace, family. Love.